Hey, everybody. I've ran across this, and it's Kevin on stage. He also has done the I know the Spectrum commercial. So I've been hearing people trying to see people on the internet, YouTube, trying to clown him, what have you. And it speaks a lot to let you know that a lot of our people may not, in my opinion, understand business. Oh, he's begging. Well, so listen to this, and I want to have a discussion on it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I wanted to clear something up real quick. I realized I said this in at length on Patreon, but I didn't address it in the public. So as you've noticed, I've been promoting Patreon more and more, especially the last week or so. And I never really said why. So I'll just be upfront with you like I was with the Patreon yesterday. Podcast revenue has been down around 70% for me in all my podcasts. Josh, Angel, and Greg salaries are dependent on podcast revenue. And it used to be tremendously lucrative and I was able to pay them and all that type of stuff, but it's downturned tremendously. So instead of having to lay them off or reduce their salaries, I decided to give the Patreon audience and you an opportunity to help basically save their jobs. I'm not even, to put it plainly, in order to help keep them on payroll, I'm going to offer more stuff on Patreon, more shows, more exclusive content, things like that. I asked my Patreon if they could increase their monthly gift by $2 or $3, and I'm asking more people to join so that I can continue to keep these people on payroll and other creators around be able to help them do what they do, pay some of their bills as well. One question I get a lot is, what about the app? What's going to be on Patreon? What's going to be on the app? I'll always make the distinction on what's going to be on the Patreon and what's going to be on the app. But the people I mentioned, Josh, Angel, Greg, they don't work for the app. So what the app does doesn't directly affect them. They work for the podcast part of Kev on Stage Studios, and that's the part that's been hit the hardest. And also the Patreon, as a result of starting the app, was also hit very hard. It dropped tremendously. So I used to be able to supplement their salary even when podcasts drop by Facebook revenue or Snapchat or whatever. But if you hear in the news, Facebook says they're not paying creators anymore, Instagram's not paying for reels anymore, things like that, that's where that supplemental income was coming. So I really don't have the extra businesses to offset that. So I told the Patreon, I'll tell you, it's if you want to continue to see these podcasts and see all that stuff, then it's gonna have to come from people like you. Otherwise, I just won't be able to sustain it personally.
Okay, y'all. Okay, so we already heard him give his speech. And then that's when the commercial broke. People wanna sit up here and they wanna rag on him, say little things. Oh, he's begging. Oh, look at him. He's begging. And I'm going to tell you, it's sad. We're all entitled to our opinion, but it lets me know a lot of our people don't understand business. That's why some folks at the bottom are going to stay there. What do you think crowdfunding is? What do you think an IPO is? Let's see, initial public offering, the chance to go ahead and buy a company in the stock early. So hopefully it will grow. It doesn't grow off government cheese or a handout. Sorry to say, the Section 8 voucher can't help the IPO. The EBT card can't help the IPO. The company needs resources so it can grow. That's why people invest. That's why I bought AMD stock initially when it was over $7 and rode it all the way up to when it was $189 and still have the stock. When it went down, my friend called me yesterday and said, I bought the stock when you told me about it, 2 years ago, whenever. Has it been that long? Anyway, it had went down to $67. Person calls me and says, I think I'm going to go ahead and exit at 121. Not a bad idea. This morning, pre-market dropped down to 117. You have to have resources. And I see people mocking this man, Kevin, on stage. He's got the Spectrum commercial. The ones mocking him. Are you on TV? Do you have a commercial? It shows a lot of our people have no idea about business, or maybe it's limited. That's just my opinion. So what he could do is just go, like I said, but this is the TDG, the turn down group, love to just turn down thing. A lot of our people love to just turn down. And that's why a lot of our people are at the bottom. Love to turn down. Sometimes you're going to get what you give. Don't He's employing people that look like him. I know we're opposed to that because we love poverty. The ignorance is loud. So he's doing the right thing. He wants to raise more money to try to keep them on board. Only a certain group of people I can think of would try to mock and say, oh, he big, and ha, ha, ha. Oh, the ignorance is loud. The ignorance is so loud. Oh, gosh. What do you think crowdfunding is? Why do you think in some states, and it's never us, who are the ones that promote small businesses? Look at this. Supporting Women's Small Business Month. I've seen they have a certain weekend, and we're asking everybody to go ahead and they'll show an area, a plethora of small businesses, asking everybody to come to the area. Let's save our small businesses. But let the BCs, some of the BCs say, oh, they up there big and they big. And you're just stupid. You don't understand having your own economy. You're a little slow. You do not understand having your own economy. They need to pour money, just like you pour money into the hair supply, the Adidas, from the weave to the hair unit to the Hennessy, to build up other communities. That's what the group does. Like we supply money for, oh, I got to go ahead and have these Nike, the shoe collection. Self-preservation. Not cultural annihilation. We got that part down. Self-preservation. Don't understand business. Why do you think companies get big? Why do you think Kevin O'Leary is always talking about the small business? Because they can't get a darn loan to grow and stay. Why do you think you're having all these layoffs? Don't understand business. He's just trying to keep two people employed. He up there big and he big. The man understands business. Maybe you don't. And even if he did have other businesses, people know the dangers of sometimes taking money from a business that may be profitable and then throwing it into a one that may not be. You can do that sometimes to keep it afloat, but you can't do it forever, because sometimes you may say, hey, this business right here, we're going to have to cut our losses. It's hemorrhaging money. Jeepers, you know who else needed money? But let the hood tell it. He was big, and Elon needed money. I think he reached out. I'm trying to see. Elon reached out to, was it Jobs? Who did he reach out to? One of those guys. Yeah, Elon. He was running out of money. He was down to his last $1 million, messing with Tesla, building Tesla, didn't have enough money. But he used that last $1 million to pay that staff. Elon was running out of money. He was in that factory, in that company, working slow, sleeping on the floor. Elon picked up the phone and asked for money. He begging. TDG. And that's what's so embarrassing. People that understand business, that they get it. For the person in West Palm Beach, I didn't ask for it. Oh, I see how hard you work. I want to go ahead and and I'm at the house. I want to go ahead and put 40,000 towards a small business. Of course, it was Zaddy. How did I get started? To be totally honest, even starting an entrepreneurial business, gotta be honest. Zaddy, one of his friends, he's like, girl, you're always working, because and one while I didn't work, after getting married, but I always had like a small little side business going. I like to keep busy. Hey, $20,000 kind of. I think you should do this. And still, I have that business and still making some money off of it. $20,000 check. What is this? My husband said, "Oh no, she don't need your money. I got it. If she wants to do, I got it." But I have to be honest, that's where the idea came from. And then I just started, Elon asked for some money. But let the hood, oh, Elon over there big and he big. And they don't understand the concept of burning through cash, operational cost, overhead, expenses. So he's just being honest and doing what business people do. They raise money. I've hosted dinner parties. It's like, yeah, because it's going to be at our place because, and that's who's coming. There's money bags right there. Why? Because these two over here, they need $3 million, and that's who got it. So hey, just it ain't no big, to that person, it's not a big deal. But yeah, that's the whole idea for the dinner was to discuss business and get the drinks going. Then they ask for the money, yada yada yada. Nothing surprising. Nothing surprising. Rich people help rich people all the time. I've seen it with my own eyes. She already got a multi-million-dollar home. She just saw this home and she just has to have got her money tied up in some investments. And then her financial advisor is saying, no, pick up the phone. I need to get this done. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, and this house too was maybe worth just $500,000. I want to go ahead and just put up $100,000 to get the house, or 125. Next thing you know, friend, zoop, 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 and got money. Again, money tied up. I don't want to use this money for this right here, yada, yada, yada. You can snatch one of them down, doing all paints down and get it. Don't want to do all that. So and so calls up. Wow, open an envelope, $125,000. Here you go, and just pay back whenever you can. Hanging in that circle, the same thing happened to me. Oh well, you're always in a hotel going here. You need to go ahead and get you a space there. I do. Yep, I'll go ahead. What is this? Here is a check and here yada yada. And this is the budget you should stay within. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Somebody else. Well, $100,000. How much you got? Like I told you about before. I said, well, that's $400,000. I said, I don't have it. I don't have it. I just don't. Even if I cash everything in, I still won't have it. At most, if I cashed in at that moment, I'm looking at 225. I don't have $400,000. Becky. Well, hey, you think if somebody you can sue it? I was like, what are you talking about? Trying to help. But the hood, oh, big, and it just lets you know our people. And I say it, and it's sad. That's why I'm doing a video when you see that. It's sad. The world is watching. The world is no wow. It just sounds like a defeatist group. You can't win. That person is big and it's big. Supporting Women's Small Business Month. 3 years ago, why it's on the news. What were they doing? Asking people to support small business for women. I've seen them giving a location. And we're asking you, come out here. They understand business. I think some of us in the spirit of love just stuck on poverty. Central Florida small business owners compete for limited money, trying to get federal loans for help. Look at this. How Spank is supporting female-run small businesses. Why they need help, Spank? Oh, them folks must be big. And so, no, I know a lot of our people, just let it shut down. That's why I don't have anything. Just let it just shut down. Let it shut down. That's why the hood looks the way it does. Don't understand business. And that's why they want to critique Kevin on stage. Oh, he big and he big. And this group is some of our people, and the behavior and the mindset is exasperating. Frontline appreciation group supports small businesses so they don't go on and have a whole lot of unemployment. Gee, I wonder who is always critiquing somebody and hiding by begging, in love with poverty, and who is the most unemployed group. We already know. Gee, what does this say? Central Florida shops hoping to get support on Small Business Saturday. And that's the one I've seen. They'll show all these businesses and ask you to, hey, go out here and go shop. Support these small businesses. Why are they asking you to support a small business so they can make some money and generate some income and not have poverty? Not have a whole bunch of all you can see is some limited jiving looking old junk. So they can keep the people employed. That's the whole that's why they're asking that. Small Business Saturday. Oh, they must be big. It must be big. It's embarrassing. It is really. It's like, wow. Ha ha. Big, and people don't understand. They know this is a different kind of group over here. You want to bet? You think? Hoping to support Small Business Saturday. They don't think like some of us who just let it go on. They can go out of business. Oh, let it go out of business. Again, that's why you get what you give. That negative energy, that negative concept, you have a whole lot of poverty. So Kevin on stage is simply letting people know that his podcast revenue is down. He's got 2 employees. He would like to keep them employed. A lot of them in the BC don't get it. Oh, he big. A lot of them can't even they can't even perceive and never will be a person. Uh, uh, they won't be that person that'll hire somebody like them. Poverty mindset, and some hate to see that. Some saying he broke. You don't know what the man got. People might say I'm broke, and I don't give a darn. I know what's in the account. This man might have money in an LLC that your behind can't find because you're slow. And I don't mean to get tagged. It's just the ignorance. It's just like, really? Oh, how do you know? Do you have his bank balance? Do you have it? How do you know? You don't. Just guessing, but we like to put like negative energy out there. Negative energy. Because you don't understand business. What do you think crowdfunding is? What do you think what do you think those people sitting up there in California, Silicon Valley, what do you think they're doing up there? You can't be the one to work a 4-hour work week and be the innovator. People will invest money into it. Just like that show on Billions. The young kid, has a talent they think for playing baseball. What does billionaire boy do? He's a teen. Okay, you know what? He seems to have a talent. He's had some professional man, some coach back in the day that can identify talent. I tell you what, I want to go ahead and build you your own little build out so you can practice baseball here instead of disturbing the neighbors at home all hours of the day. I want to go ahead and get you your own location. Go here and just practice. I got you a coach. And you sign a contract that if he does make it into the professional baseball league, then guess what? If you sign a multi-million-dollar contract, he's going to go ahead and get you acclimated now. He's going to provide the atmosphere, provide the training, provide the coaching. So then if you do sign and you become successful, whatever your contract is, you're going to pay him 10 or 20%. Most can understand that. Huh? Well, he just gone. That ain't what Lee, John, and LeBron them did. Maybe they didn't, but that's what they're doing. Provide the coaching. Look at Serena and Venus. Did you see the movie? Oh, they can't afford to be staying there and all of that. Oh, that person taking them in. Oh, they must be broke AF. Broke AF. They're building dum dum. They must be broke AF. Really? Why do we have to come like that? Some people building right now broke. Oh, look at Tesla. He's sitting up there sleeping in that factory. He down his last $1 million. He don't got enough money to pay the people. Look at him. He up there sleeping on the floor. So more than likely the hood mentality, we just give up. And now look at Tesla now. Look at Elon now. He don't need to ask you for your money. It's a success. Sleeping, look at him, sleeping on the floor. Let it be the beast. So they probably want to go get some pictures. Look, y'all, Elon sleeping on the floor. He's sitting up here, got to work. Look at him. He can't even afford a bigger bed up in here. It's time to shut this down. Shut this down. You don't understand building. And that's the part that's sad. It's sad. don't understand building. I know somebody, it was crazy, man. Their story was, you're not going to believe this, was living in a trailer park. Oh, trailer park, trailer park. You ain't got the money they've got. Living in a trailer park, building it up. They knew it was time to go, yeah, especially when the trailer park was bringing them in $100,000 a month. And they was one, I didn't say 10, I said $100,000 a month. Left the hood. Oh, they ain't got no money. Do you have 100? You know darn well don't have $100,000 a month. That's what it was bringing in. Did that for a minute, then turn around, sold it for what, 1 million plus. But you do understand, if it's bringing in $100,000 a month, and they were staying in that same community, you do understand that that's over 1 million a year. So if they had stayed there for additional 3 years or 5 years, a couple $1 million, then sell it for 1 million plus. Oh, look at them staying in that trailer park. I can't believe it. They own it. And they were having a house built as well. $100,000. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. $100,000 a month. And it makes sense. Talking to a guy, he said, "Oh yeah, those old people, the senior people, they're charging with $1,000 for a lot fee to stay on the place." And he said they got 250 units there. So 250 units time $1,000. That's $250,000 a month. And the thing, the owners, and this is a person that I know is actually it's family. If you really want to know, that's how I know. Actually, it's family. Who is it? It's my mother-in-law. That's who it is. She and her second husband. Is my mother-in-law. Had already sold a house. They own that trailer park. Popped into one of those places. Now you got time to go ahead and find the next house you're gonna get and all that on the water, yada yada yada. 100,000. Wow, a month. Can you imagine? Then sold it. Oh, but let us tell a story. They ain't got no money. You don't know what the heck is going on. A house over here, a house over there. What are you talking about? Ignorance. We just don't know. And we're so quick to critique and try to bring someone down and make fun. It's really sad. Really sad. So this here, what Kevin is doing, it's really just sad once you see this. What he's doing is what a business person does. He wants to keep them afloat. Oh, he big. Oh my gosh! Again, this some it's interesting to say. It's sad. It's really sad. He big, He big. He must be broke. Really sad. So that other people that see things like that, they'll just know our group. Some of our people have limited understanding. Limited understanding. Just tear down the TDG. Tear down group. How do you know what the person's balance is? How do you know that? Somebody can say, "Oh, you broke, baby. Whatever you say. Yep, that's fine." Not the smartest person, but cheapers. Aside from my own personal, I already came up with a plan. It seems to be working. You have more than one business. You do know what you can also do for your business. You do know you can also set up a brokerage account for your business. Did you know that? Yeah. You can set up a brokerage account for your business and you can trade money for that business. Did you know that? Uh-huh. So you take some of the, but but like I said, I'm not the smartest girl. I'm not, no, I'm not. But I'm not a dumb girl. So you can have more than one business and you can set up a brokerage account. Yeah, for your business and start trading in that account. So then you might look up instead of the money just sitting up in the bank, and if you have low overhead, good for you. Or instead of you just wilding out, that business can grow. And then you may look up the money from that business account. Sales might be slow, whatever the deal is, the revenue might be slow in the business, but it's okay because when it was going good, you know what you were doing. Again, I'm not the smartest chick on the block. Yeah, I never said that. But I don't consider myself a dumb chick. No, no, I don't know everything. No, not the smartest, but I'm not ignorant. I would never consider myself that. So that's why what you can do, as we discussed on Patreon, you have a business while it's going well. And if you know, make some investments with some of the profits. So then when things kind of go belly up. Well, guess what? Log into your business brokerage account and you might find some money there. Why? Because when things were going well, the money didn't just sit there. You need to have that money working for you so you don't have to go find employment someplace else. So if you know how to trade, why not set up a business account and trade that? You can trade your personal account and trade your business account. You sure can. So guess what? You got money in two places. Besides the operating account that you have, you also have money in your brokerage account from that business. And the whole idea is for the money to grow. And if you know how to trade, you can make some money. You may have some losses. It happens. Don't stop. You keep going. Sometimes you got to stand back, take a break, go in hard again, or take baby steps. And then before you know it, you may have income from this business. Then you look up, child, the income from the business, it may have been invested so that the brokerage account is really supposed to bang in. And you'll have folk, you ain't bought no new car yet. You must be struggling. Who cares what they think? When people attack, just ignore them. Don't even give them the satisfaction. They can say, "Oh, I heard you got an EBT card in your purse, girl, whatever." And if they want to hand me one, a sister might take it because the price of food is high. But no, that's not the deal. I don't think I would qualify. I don't have to dig. I don't have to go, "Well, no, that's not true. Let me show you." I don't care. But we love to just take a shot at somebody. So he's doing the right thing. Want to keep them employed. And I would ask anyone, again, you have a small business, and I know it's a little struggle, you'd be surprised if you can maybe just buy, you know, a small account, maybe just a stock, S&P, and you'd be surprised and just leave it there. If you know how to do options here, you know what to do. That way, you got your business has a brokerage account, then you got you got the account for the with the money coming in. You know, you've got that operating account. But you can also have, believe it or not, you can have a brokerage account for your business. So then you might be sitting up. Hmm, you might be sitting up and want to go someplace. You can go ahead and do that. So I just hate to see people try to tear each other down. And some of the things we're saying, if we're not business savvy, and I'm not saying I'm the most savvy person, but I may have a little knowledge. So quick to tear down. That's why I said a TDG. Tear down group. Just tear everything down. Kevin on stage, he's doing the right thing. And hell, since he's saying that, I'm going to go ahead and join Patreon too. Join. Trying to keep someone employed. So he's doing the right thing. The Central Florida shops hoping to get support on Small Business Saturday. Oh, they must be big and must be broke AF. That's not a positive attitude to take. But see, these people are doing this support because they understand business. I wonder who has the higher unemployment rate. The ones that support this right here on the screen are the one that's hollering somebody broke AF. Oh, he must. Oh. Really? Then you wonder why some people have the besides other contributing factors, discrimination and racism, and then you topple ignorance on top of that. Topple ignorance on top of that. Oh, jeez, Louise. You wonder why. So the TDG, the Tear Down Group, there are some of us, I think, are seeking a membership. It's sad. A person who understands his business is being transparent as to why. Leave it to black folk, there wouldn't be no crowdfunding. There wouldn't be. Anyway, let me know what you all think. I said, trying to tear the man down. He's doing what business people do all the time. You think that the country club all the time just talking about, oh, let's go ahead and eat and put on so and so's account. Ha ha ha. Business deals. Somebody seeking somebody to invest. What do you think Wall Street is about? What the heck do you think it's about? I'm not up every morning, every damn squat box looking at the financial news. Companies out here doing this here. We're going buying and selling, buying and selling. This company doing this right here. You want to buy in? Let me think about it. Somebody told me Eli Lilly. I'm like, well, I didn't, but my husband did. I wish I would have. Oh my God. What do you think it's about? Oh, look at them. They sitting up there with somebody to buy some stock in their company. They must be broke. Please stop it. Look at them. Talking about they trying to sell some shares. Oh, look at this person. Must be a crook. Talking about Wall Street. It's a fire sale on. No, it's a fire sale on when the stock is real cheap because it always seems to come back. I've seen my money tumble down. I remember years ago, I tumbled down from 60K in that little old account and had tumbled down to 30. Wait for it. Next thing you know, it was maybe like a year and a half later, I think. Maybe close to over two. Next thing I know, I'm looking at 90 something. But what do I know? So when they say Wall Street was on sale, it's a fire sale, we all get the picture. Somebody was telling me there was a time which I wasn't trading then, long time ago, that it had went down really bad, and it was like I can't believe Goldman Sachs was like, I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Like, no, they're like Goldman Sachs, I remember it was down to like maybe the person said to me, which I don't know, was like, was it $2 or $3? It was down. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Person load up the boat, look at it now, well over $300. And I think it was when I'm like, there's just no way. It's like, oh yeah, it happened. I, I, I have no idea, but I was like, wow, you gotta be kidding me. The show Billions. Remember when that went down? They were all mad at him. He went ahead and invested, boom, into those airline stocks. Everybody was mad at him. Oh, look what he did. He made a business move. Maybe the heck, they just mad that they didn't do it. Oh, look what he did. And that, you know what happened on that day? He made a business move and became a billionaire. And people hated him. He understood well. He saw an opportunity. So this here, not to run down anybody, and yes, I'm giving my critique, but it's like, why do we have to do that? It just shows that we don't understand business. I would ask anyone, again, you have a small business, you got some extra change, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to invest, but I can just say, you'd be surprised you can do things like that. I don't have 3 laptops sitting up for nothing. This here is business, and these two, I got my own account, then I have another. Seems to be doing okay. I can't complain. Oh, it must be broke. Elon's money went low. Look at Elon now. So when you see that, don't let it discourage you. Elon went broke for a while. He was sleeping on the floor. He was picking up the phone asking for some duckies, asking for money. He had vision. It's about building. You're not going to build nothing just by sitting up, just running your mouth. It's going to have to be some resources coming, unless you can pay coming from somewhere. I thought about it. So if we saw Elon in the BC, oh, he in there sleep. Let me get a picture of him on the floor sleeping. The man is building. We don't understand. Some of us, I'm afraid, in my opinion, we don't understand the concept of building, and that's why sometimes you get what you give. So when you see this, let's not please adopt the spirit of defeat. Let's not try to relish in somebody doing bad. Unless it's some kind of evil dust bucket hurting people, committing crimes. Again, I'm still waiting on no girl to send me my outfit that I paid for. I'm leaving it alone. And it's okay. I'm still not going down that business. Even though I placed an order and didn't get it. Let's keep it moving. So let's not have a defeated spirit. This right here, I hope it's temporary. And I hope the Patreon jumps up. I hope it is temporary. Okay? So let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.